loves, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to talk about everything spring cleaning, and everything about making ourselves a better version of ourselves every single day. We often hear about spring cleaning and we likely think about decluttering our home, cleaning our cars, but today we're going to do our spring cleaning. We're going to talk about all aspects of our life, how we can improve them, and how we can become better every single day, even if it's just 1% better. Seasons for me are always a great time to check in with myself and see how close am I to my goals, how far am I to my goals, what things I need to change or tweak. They're always a new opportunity for all of us to grow and to become better versions of ourselves. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're new to my channel, by the way, welcome. My name is Shams. I love to make videos. I'm 25 years old and I am a soon-to-be bride. So let's go ahead and start talking about our spring cleaning, shall we? So let's put things into perspective. March is almost over. Over 3 months have already gone by of the new year. I feel like time is going by so fast, and most of the times when people think about like resolutions, goal setting, they think about the new year. But how about the other parts of the year? Are we not going to check in? Are we not going to reflect? Most people are not, but we are. Me and you, we're on top of it. We're thinking of things that honestly most people don't really check in often about. 99% of people are going about lives not really planning it, and if they're planning it, they're only planning day to day. They're not checking in with themselves often. They're not mindful. So congratulations if you're into this self-development type content and you're just into improving yourself. You're likely one of the top 5% of people, probably even less, I'm being generous, that are really mindful and are trying to improve yourself every single day. So let's take this opportunity to check in with how you have been. How have you been physically? How is your physical health? How is your mental health? And how is your spiritual health? I want you to write these 3 things down on a journal. I love journals like these. I also like to type on a Word doc sometimes if I don't feel like writing things down, and literally check in with myself. I want you to open up a journal and write about how has your physical health been like? Has anything been bothering you? Do you have more headaches than usual? Are you more active? Is there room for improvement where you can take more walks? Trust me, the small things matter. So you taking the stairs instead of the elevator matters. So even if you have to reflect on these small things, reflect about them and see how you can change and improve them for the rest of the year. Also, take a minute to reflect about your mental health. How have you been like? Have you been worrying more? What has been worrying you more? I want you to write all of that down. Give yourself like an hour to literally just reflect and dive deep. This is almost like shadow working, right? But you're more open-ended and you have more room to investigate parts that need to be improved, parts that maybe needs more attention. And in your reflection session, just do as much reflection as possible. I usually even go through my pictures app to remember the days, and it helps me remember the mental state I was in, and I reflect about that as well. And then finally, your emotional, social health. How has that been like? Have you been lonely? Have you been satisfied in your social life? How have you been feeling in general? Write about that too. Once all of the reflections are out of the way, you can really pinpoint things that you can focus on for the next month, the next year, the rest of the year. Trust me, the more you do these reflections, the better off you will be. Sooner rather than later, with you doing these reflections, you're going to be so much more ahead than if you were to not have done them. You're going to be so far ahead by making these steps that feel little now but have a profound impact on your progress and your whole well-being in general, right? It's not about just achieving goals, but it's also about your well-being. Are you being your true potential self? Are you working towards that? Are you working towards bettering yourself every day? It's all about the little parts. So you reflecting, that's going to take you so far, trust me. So now let's move on to the components of the actual things that you need to be spring cleaning starting today. And I have a few compartments for you. The very first thing is decluttering your room and throwing out any clothes that does not align with who you think you are. And throw away any clothes that you don't reach for, any clothes that you never wear, any clothes that you don't feel good in. I want you to donate or try to resell. I just decluttered my entire room and it feels so freeing. I honestly, without exaggeration, feel like a whole new person. I feel so much lighter. I got rid of 4 bags of clothing, all of which I'm gonna show to my mom and sister, see if they want to keep anything. Otherwise, everything's gonna get donated. And I feel just so much better, like truly feel lighter. And my room looks so much better and cleaner. Like, it's so true. Your physical environment determines how you feel on on the inside. It determines how anxious you are too, because for a few weeks when I was cleaning my room and decluttering, it was actually a mess because I had a bunch of clothes on the floor. I had like baskets of clothes that I was giving away, and I didn't feel good. Like even my sleep wasn't good. I did not even journal as much. I just felt like all over the place. Me going to sleep, it didn't feel like a routine anymore, and me going to sleep, it feels nice when it's a routine, right? Like when I do my skincare, when I journal. But when my room is like messy and I have a lot of stuff going on, I don't even feel like doing any of that stuff, literally. Like that's the last thing I want to do. So usually I'll just be in bed scrolling until I fall asleep, and that was it. Now that my room has been cleaner though, I feel like I can go to bed and have my routine. I feel like a cleaner person. So definitely do that if you have not spring cleaned your clothes and spring cleaned your actual room. Another thing you need to be taking a look at is your phone, your smartphones. Oh my god, there are so many unnecessary things on our phones. This is the second thing that you should try to work on. Any apps that you don't use, delete. Any numbers that you no longer use, like clean out your contacts, clean out your messages. If there are any subscription messages that you routinely get texts on that you no longer want, stop those too. Clean out any pictures, delete pictures that you no longer need, no longer serve you, especially ones that remind you of certain people that you no longer have in your life. Literally just clean it out. Clean it out and you'll feel so much better afterwards. Or what you can do is, if you want to save all your pictures on a different drive, just buy you like a hard drive and then transfer all of the pictures on your phone on that drive. Unless you have it on iCloud, then that's a different story, but just like try to have your phone be as clean as possible. Clean your notes apps, anything that you haven't looked at in a while. Take a moment to clean out. Trust me, you're gonna feel so much better, and you would be surprised how much weight certain things have on our minds, even though they seem minor, right? Like getting random messages like from subscription companies. Like you may just ignore them every single time, but this is just an extra thing that your brain has to go through. Trust me, the least amount of like mental stimuli there is, the better for your brain. I highly recommend you do that. If you have never done that before, you're gonna feel so much better afterwards. Moving on to the next thing, clean out who you consume content from. This is such a big one. Take a hard look about the people that you are watching that are influencing you. So influencers on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Who are the people that you listen to? Are they all people that have unbelievable, unattainable beauty standards, wealth that you can't achieve at this moment, and you're kind of just looking at them, wishing at what they had? Or are you looking at people that are motivating you, people that are developing you in one way or another, people that comfort you? There is one influencer on TikTok that her content doesn't necessarily make me a better person, it's not development, but every time I watch her videos, I feel a little bit happier, I feel more at peace, and I feel more thankful. Like it's just her aura about her, it makes me feel thankful for what I have, and it makes me just happier about life in general, you know? So just really take a look at the people that you're consuming from and make sure that whatever you're feeling from them is positive. You know, whether you're following funny content, that's great, or whether you're following people that are inspiring you in one way or another, people that just have a good presence that you're learning from, that you just feel good watching, keep those people. And then anything that you think is making you stressed, anxious, that makes you compare, this is the time for you to clean them out, because we don't want anyone stressing us out. Life is already stressful enough. We don't need people that we can compare ourselves to, people that kind of trigger certain things in us. You just want whatever you consume to be good for you. And sometimes you can't control it, right? Because when you scroll, whatever pops up, but eventually the algorithm will adapt to things that you're looking at. Honestly, if you're even up to it, give yourself a little bit of a social media cleanse. Like be off of Instagram for a month, see how you feel. Be off of TikTok for a week, see how you feel. What are you gonna do in your free time? How is your mind like? Is it gonna be more at ease? These are all things to consider, and this is your time to think about these things. I feel like life is so busy, you don't have time to breathe, let alone reflect. But when was the last time where you thought about that? You thought about maybe taking a social media cleanse, or maybe you need to clean out your social media influencers that you're consuming from. These are all things to think about because they will have a huge impact on you. Another thing that you need to be spring cleaning, and I'm big on this one, is spring clean any people that are negative in your life. I'm not telling you to cut them off, and if you watch my other videos, you know how big I am on the influences around you. I really believe that it should be people that you love, that you're close to. For me, it's mostly my just very, very close friends and my family. I don't let a lot of people into my life because people just kind of tend to disturb my peace a lot, honestly. So if you're like me and you're not that social, then it doesn't hurt to not have a lot of friends. Like, you can have a lot of acquaintances, people you go out with here and there, people you can celebrate with. But in general, you don't need a lot of close friends, especially if you're not that social like me. If you're more social, then that's a different story. You may just need to clean out people that are negative for you, or even you might be at a place where you don't have enough people in your life. You want to bring in more people, and so you may want to manifest or find ways to get good people into your life, and that is okay too. This is your time to think about these things. I think that people are incredibly important, so if you don't feel like you have the right circle in your life right now, then worry not. The right people will always come in their time, in all due time, and in God's timing. Just need to be patient with it. You know, if you're in a place where, okay, you don't have a lot of people to kick out of your life, to spring clean per se, then you may want to bring new people in, you know, to have better influences, better people that can teach you things, that you can try new foods with, that you can experience life with. That's all beautiful. You know, you will advance most from the people you know. It's not really what you read. It's not really what you do at work. It's the content that you consume. I highly believe in that because you're getting influenced by people online, right? You're getting influenced by me right now as we're talking. Depending on how you look at it, what you're getting influenced from me can change your life for the better or the worse, right? Depending on what I say and how it impacts you. But people really have a powerful impact on our life, good and bad. Any big goals that you have, any good things that will come to you, likely they will be connected by people. All big changes, all big epiphanies that you will have, any big realizations that you're gonna have about yourself or about life, trust me, most of the time, it's going to come from other people. It's going to come from people that are going to inspire you to do something. It's going to come from other people that are going to open doors for you. Trust me, you're not going to change your life by yourself. It's almost impossible. You need to be inspired by someone or you need to know the right people. If you were to look at like two people that are surrounded by a bunch of successful people, people that are good influences, and maybe this person is not the most talented, right? And then if you were to look at someone who is very isolated, is always working, doesn't have a lot of friends or good influences, they like meditate all day, they really don't do much, they don't have a lot of external stimuli, I can guarantee you that the person who has more people around them and a successful and positive circle, that person is going to be more successful even though they work less. They work not harder than the other person. That person probably even works a lot more. This person right here with the right group of people around them, they're going to succeed because they're going to have the right inspirations, they're going to have the right doors open for them, and they're going to be influenced positively. So this is just something to think about. Like, this is the time for you to kick out any of the negative Nancy's, any of the toxic negative influences, but it's also a time for you to think, oh, maybe I need more people in my life. Maybe I need more positive influences in my life. This is the time to do that. Speaking of spring cleaning and reaching your goals, I want to check in with you. Have you made a vision board this year? Have you done that yet? If you have, how often do you look at it? How often do you reflect? How often do you say things out loud that are on the vision board, right? Let's say you have, I don't know, a dog on your vision board. How often do you look at the board and think, okay, when am I gonna get the dog? Is now a good time? Do I feel like I have a dog already? Like, does it feel right for me? Are you feeling the things that you want into your life? I know it sounds a little woo-woo, but trust me, the more you think about it, the more you feel it, the more you will attract it and you will eventually get it. You will get it with your hard work, determination, and persistence. The only way you can do that is by reminding yourself of these goals. That's why I'm checking in. A lot of people have made vision boards. Do you think everyone will achieve everything that's on their vision board? No. It's only people that are focused, people that have it right in front of them, and people that check in with these goals, right? Do I still want this? By this time, it's already been 3 months. You may have changed a lot, and whatever on that vision board you don't want anymore. You may want to make a new vision board right now. If you have not made a vision board, I highly recommend you make one right now. It's never too late. On the vision board, put anything that you want on there. Put anything that inspires you, anything that you want to attract in the future, anything that you see yourself doing. Put your biggest dreams on there and check in with them often. work towards them often, and trust me, you will get in there one way or another. It may take longer than you think, but you will get there, I promise you. Let's talk about some other things that will help you have an amazing season for the spring. It's also about the little things, right? So it's not just about reflecting, cleaning your room or phone or people, but it's also about the simple things, okay? When was the last time you got yourself flowers just because you think you deserve it? Because you just love yourself. Flowers just to keep around because they're beautiful. If you're listening as a guy or girl, why don't you get that? It's a beautiful way to feel the season and to feel the blessings that God has put on this earth. It's going to remind you of the spring. It's beautiful. You're going to feel good about yourself. Trust me, having beautiful things around you will impact you significantly. I don't know what anyone says. Having a fresh vase of flowers that you got for yourself in your room that smells amazing will make you feel incredible. That, along with beautifully scented candles. Make sure to wash your sheets every week. Just take care of yourself, and that way you will feel like a brand new person every single day. You don't have to wait for these big check-ins to adjust things. If you do find yourself doing that, that's okay. I do that often too. We're not going to be perfect all the time, but it's trust me in the little things, okay? After you get yourself that bouquet, check in with me and see how you feel when you see that beautiful vase of flowers staring at you every time you wake up. It's something beautiful to have. It doesn't hurt you. It's going to cost you, what, like $10? Especially if you go to Trader Joe's. Trust me, it's worth it. Next thing is tackling your to-dos. If you have a lot of things that are on your to-do list, right? Like you have a bunch of things that are kind of in the back of your mind. They're not urgent to be done today, but they're there. I need you to write that down. Because the more you leave them just kind of in your head, one, it's going to take longer for you to do them. Two, it's just taking more mental space. Whereas if you write them down on a piece of paper, you let everything out and you don't have to feel the pressure of keeping everything in your head. You get what I'm saying? Like the more you can just put out on paper, the better, and then start tackling them one thing at a time. Just like do them as fast as possible. My biggest tip to not procrastinate is to literally do it not perfect. It's better to have something done than to have something done perfectly after months or years or weeks. Trust me. And likely the thing that you're procrastinating on, it's not going to take long. It's going to take like 15 minutes, but you're probably just anxious and you're maybe feeling lazy, not too excited to do it. But at the end of the day, you might have to pay a lot more if you procrastinate on anything in life than if you were just to do it right now. So I highly encourage you, and I encourage myself, to have a to-do list, a big long one of anything you can think of, and just tackle it. Even if it's not perfect, just do it, say you did it, and call it a day. My next big tip is to check out Pinterest, okay? Speaking of like social media detoxes that I mentioned earlier, Pinterest is truly the best app to manifest and to get inspired. I feel like it's also not toxic because you're not comparing yourself to anyone. It's just like literally aesthetic pictures, beautiful things, and it's going to inspire you to beautify your life, to help you have the best life you can have. And I just feel like it's really the least toxic app. So if you like to scroll on Pinterest and save all the beautiful pictures you find. Make you beautiful vision boards from the pictures you find. I think it's the best way to spend your time if you're going to spend it on social media, other than like improvement content and stuff like that. Pinterest is a great way to just give you ideas of how you can beautify your own life. Another big thing is food, what you're putting into your body. Reflect about that too. What have you putting into your body? I recommend you find like little health things that make you feel motivated to be healthier, or most so remind you to be healthier. For me, it's making this lemon water drink. I saw one vlogger do this and I've been doing it ever since. It's so good to me. Some people think it's disgusting. To me, it's so good. And every time I have a cup of this drink in the morning, I feel like I'm setting myself up for success. I don't drink as much coffee. I don't drink as much unhealthy food because I started my day off right with this thing that I feel good about myself with. You know, I drink it, I feel good, and it really does make a big difference. So find your thing. What do you like to drink? Do you like to make smoothies? Is that something that's going to motivate you to live a healthier lifestyle? Are you like me, where you like to take just hot water? I like to put like a spoon of vinegar and then I like to squeeze a whole lemon. That drink literally makes me feel like I'm the healthiest person on earth, even though it's one small thing a day that just may do nothing to my body, but to me it feels amazing and it sets me up for success. So find that for yourself. Another thing I personally want to to play with is like juicing. So I want to play around with like making small juices for myself that I can like take every day, or like small shots of like ginger shots and just little health shots that I can take every day. That would be amazing too. This is something that I'm striving to do soon. So just like look at things that you can incorporate into your diet that will set you up for success, that will help you be just a little bit better every single day. Now, last but not least is have a maintenance day a month. One maintenance day where you get to work on yourself, where you maybe go to a coffee shop and you reflect, you think about your life, you write about all of the things that we talked about today, and you get to enjoy a nice cup of coffee. How amazing does that sound? After that, you go and get you a massage. This is an investment you're gonna have to do. So I know it's not fun to spend the money, but if you're able to save just a little bit of cash so you can have this extra maintenance day, I feel like the benefits of it will outweigh any money. Because at the end of the day, money is a tool that you use for yourself to make your life better. Never forget that. I feel like a lot of people forget that, and they take a lot of things more seriously than they have to. But trust me, instead of spending money on makeup, spend this money on this maintenance day. Instead of spending that money on clothes, spend this extra money on this maintenance day. It's just gonna make your mental health better. So let's go back to the scenario. Like, you know, treat yourself to a nice massage. Treat yourself to a nice facial to improve your skincare. Treat yourself to even getting your nails done if this is something that's gonna help you feel more put together. If it's gonna help you carry yourself differently. Invest in a good haircut. A good hair blow dry every once in a while. You know, it's like these little things will make a big impact on your life in one way or another, whether you see it or not. And not only that, but you're gonna feel like you're investing in yourself. This is also another form of self-love, you know? You're investing in yourself. You're taking the time to do nice things for yourself. It's gonna boost your confidence. That's gonna make you proud to live the life that you're living in. And you're gonna also enjoy your life more. Like, who's gonna feel bad after doing a massage? Who's gonna feel bad after going to the gym? Who's gonna feel bad after spending an hour at a coffee shop reflecting and really thinking about your life and improving yourself? You're never gonna feel bad after doing these things. Who's gonna feel bad about spending some money on a facial that will have your skin glowing, that will give you a beautiful skin and complexion? You know, it's all positive things. Instead of spending extra money on junk food, coffees every day, like take that money and add it up and spend it on these things that will actually improve your life, that will better your life. With that being said, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video, hit the like button, and leave a comment. Let me know if you like my videos. I'm just starting off my YouTube journey, so I would really appreciate any feedback, any video ideas that you would like to see, and let me know how you're doing in general. Have you ever done a complete spring rebranding? And what are you most excited to do this spring? Share that in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!